everyone, Ronan back, and we're going to be checking out some more BAND-MAID today. We're checking out Rock in Me, because we just checked out Nightingale, which has Miku on the forefront doing vocals, doing lead vocals, and I was told she does some other ones, so I wanted to check out what those were like. So I didn't see a live version, at least not one that was by itself. So we're just checking out the studio version, and yeah, let's see what this is all about. It's very bouncy. I love all the transitions. Ooh. I love the guitar in that part. I'm now beginning to notice that the further I dive into BAND-MAID, because I've done a lot of BAND-MAID songs at this point. I may have done more BAND-MAID songs than any other band at this point. At least it's what it feels like to me anyway. What I'm finding to be difficult, because this is kind of new territory for me now. You know what happens when you react to a band as many times as I have, it starts to get more difficult to say different things, you know, without saying, oh yeah, this is great, they killed it again, you know, like what, it's really hard to just not say that, but that's kind of the easy way out, isn't it? So when I was listening to this song, it only reminds me of a song that I wrote with a band, like, must have been like 15 years ago. This is much cooler than what we did, but it had a very similar, like, bouncy kind of rhythm to it. What was cool for me in this experience was just seeing what different directions they took it, because our song was very repetitive compared to what this is. We had a good chorus and we just milked the shit out of it basically. But here, a lot of really creative rhythms from Akane, like particularly creative, like because they were able to slow the rhythm down for a moment, and then she just does what she does and gets very creative with not just slowing it down, but also still keeping that interesting too, instead of just some boring tom hits, just slowing it down. But then she starts incorporating the snare, and then a lot of different like upbeats, and she's just insane, man. Basically one of the best drummers I know of. It's one thing to have a technical ability, which she has. It's another thing to have songwriting ability, which she also has, and I know that Konami writes most of the stuff, but I can only imagine that her drumming abilities are limited compared to what Akane's is, of course. Even if she at least has her foundation down on drums. And I would probably venture to say she probably does have that, because I find that I've run into guitar players that don't have drumming in their repertoire, and they have trouble communicating what they want to the drummer. For me, I kind of just the way I hit the strings can kind of give drummers a bit of a hint of like where the rhythm should go. With that being said, that's kind of like where I'm giving props to Akane, is that I'm sure there's a lot of intricacies that she has to come up with on the fly, beyond, okay, this is what the tempo is. We need to go fast here. We need to go slow here. Okay, cool. And then that's where the ingenuity kind of comes in, or her creativity. So there's a lot of crazy little nuances just in the drums alone. At some point, I did forget that Miku was singing again. I know I realized that she has a different sounding voice than Saiki does. I forgot she was singing at some point. It was in the middle of the song where I snapped back to it. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Miku's singing again. So, but yeah, they had a really cool little pause there in the middle too, where they they did some really pretty clean tones with the guitar. They only used it for maybe like 5 seconds. That's hard for me to do as a songwriter. If I come up with something pretty, to only use it for just a really brief moment, maybe that's also a testament to how many tricks they have up their sleeve, so they can come up with something pretty, and it's okay to only use it for just a really brief moment, because we got plenty of other tricks up our sleeve, or we're confident that we will arrive at different solutions at different times and during different songs, where we can come up with similar things. This isn't going to be the last pretty thing we ever make, because sometimes that thought does enter my mind as a songwriter, is this the last good idea I have? I've yet to prove that I don't have any more good ideas, but at the same time, when you just ask yourself that general question, like hey, how many more good songs do you have in you? You have no idea, so and just that idea of the unknown is kind of scary. You never know when that well might go away, if it ever does. Maybe it doesn't ever, but you also never have the answer to whether or not you've got any more good songs in you left over. So, but this is a cool song. So this song hit differently for me, because it took me back into my own catalog and made me think of my approach to the song I had wrote then looking at this and see how different it went, and seeing how many different directions they went. And it's really inspiring. It's like, wow, I apparently I could have gone so many different directions and just didn't. Great song. I believe there's another song that Miku sings that I was told about, one called Time, which I will have to dive into that as well. So, but anyway, that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the reaction, and I'll see you guys next time.